to make a dog house today since I'm trapped inside and it's raining. And I already got started, but I figured I might as well make a video out of it. So here we go. I'll try to record as much as I can and explain as much as I can, maybe in a voiceover. Alright, let's get after it. Alright, what's up guys? I'd just like to take the first part of this video to say, if you're not already subscribed, click that subscribe button down in the bottom right hand corner of the video and smash that like button so I can keep making videos. Alright, here I cut the center braces and just kind of set them in place, make sure they were cut to the right length, and they held up pretty good. Then we went to the miter saw and we trimmed up a board here for the base. Everybody has their favorite brand of tools. Here we're going with mainly DeWalt. I love these torque bits here. They beat Phillips head hands down. And these deck screws, can't beat them. Alright, here you see me screwing all the corners of the base together just to make everything square before we start adding the cross braces. If I didn't already mention it, this was during quarantine. We were all trapped at home and we actually got a new puppy. So the old dog house was no longer adequate and I was bored, so decided to build another one. Here you can see we're measuring and marking a center point for the center support brace that goes across. We marked it on both sides. And after marking it, we split the difference between the center and the end to mark for the other brace. Here you can see we're installing the cross braces in the framework. Once all the braces were in place, I positioned these cement blocks in the areas that they would be in the yard so everything would level itself out. Here we went to the table saw and we set it up for a 3-inch cut because we had to trim the width of the base or the plywood 3 inches so that it would be equal to the base we made. After we finished with that, we set it up for a 6-inch cut and we trimmed the overall length of the base by 6 inches. Here we're getting ready to screw the base down to the framework, and as you can see, I had a little help show up. My daughter came out and watched it rain, and one of my cousins showed up. I guess he was bored too, and he helped point out the cross braces so I wouldn't have to mark anything, and I was able to screw the base down. And if you look to the far right of your screen, you'll see the new puppy that I mentioned. His name is Scratch. He's our quarantine puppy. He's a mixed, I think, bulldog and lab. So after we finish screwing the base down, here you can see us cutting or laying out the wall. I started to build a conventional corner piece, but I think it was more than what we needed for a doghouse build, so I ended up just sandwiching two 2x4s together with some 2x4 cuts in between, and it allowed for a good enough corner where we were able to still connect the walls together. You'll see that later in the video. You'll actually see where the walls actually tied into each other. Here we laid the boards out. I ended up just starting on one end and putting them on 16-inch centers, and then the last board I just let it land wherever it would. If it was close to the corner or a little over 16 inches, we just let it ride like that. It is a doghouse build after all. Here you can see me actually marking the 16-inch centers on the top plate, so it will match the bottom plate and the studs will be straight. Once we finished screwing all this together, I was able to stand the first wall up and screw it down to the base. And if you notice that corner piece, there's about 3/4 of an inch left hanging over from that corner board, so when you put the next wall on, you can connect it together. Here we just screwed the wall down to the base. Here you see us measuring for the end piece on the next corner, and as you can see, that's where the two walls will actually interlock. They slide under each other and you can screw them together. Here we added a little slow-mo action of the screws falling on the deck. You know, when you're bored, you have to play with the camera a little bit. Marking 16-inch centers on top and bottom plate. And we'll start screwing this wall together. I actually put this wall together upside down so the corner would lay flat, so when I pick it up I actually have to spin it into the correct position before I mount it to the base. And everything should slide and lock in perfect. Tap it in place. Now we're on to the other end. Same thing. Stand it up, slide it in place, screw everything together. This is attaching the end wall and the side wall. On this last wall here, the only difference was we had to leave an opening for the dogs to go in and out, basically the dog door. So I built a small wall on one end and a longer wall on the other end, and then just connected them with a header piece. Here we're marking for the header. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this part 1 of the doghouse build video. Smash that like button, click that subscribe button, and we can't wait to see you next time.